hit the stream marker for the YouTube folks. They don't want to hear our first conversations. Let's get into it. Tergrid's Rakdos Prison. I'm going to hope I'm saying that correctly. She's a fighter. She's a god. She is a god of fright. 5 mana, 3 generic, and 2 little swamps here. Menace, but we don't really care about the menace. We care about whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent. Nice. You may put that card from graveyard onto the battlefield under my control. That's pretty sweet. We also have the Lantern. MJT, thank you for the resub in 5 months. Welcome back. Target player loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. What's interesting is that if you're playing this down, you're playing it for 4, and you more than likely have that 4 mana, you can untap and rinse and repeat. That's pretty sweet. We'll see how this ends up fitting into our list here. Rakdos Prison, basically, it's a dark pyro prison. What you end up doing is you cut Chalice. You tend to move Blood Moon a bit out, but you can play Blood Moon main, and then you replace that with things like Inquisition, Thought Seizes, and other things that are making discards and or destruction. So we have Dreadbores in here. I decided to do some Rampage because that kind of synergizes with our God of Fright here. We've got some Lilianas here, got a couple Bone Crushers, Lightning Bolts, a lot of ways to interact with our opponents. Super cool. Definitely the Rakdos Midrange is of Prison. If you enjoyed Rakdos Midrange and you wanted to try Prison, it would be an easy thing to switch over to. Sideboard's a little bit of everything. We're not really sure what we're running into because I cannot find Tybalt. But Tybalt's out there, but also everything else is being played. So we have some Surgicals, we have Collective Brutality, some Lost Legacy. This was suggested as a difference to Necromentia, which I kind of liked. Got some Boils, Blood Moons, of course, because why not? We are the Blood Moon player. We're not going to update these to special ones, not yet. Not until Tergrid proves to us that she is worthwhile. Got a Nile Spellbomb. This has been talked about over Soul Guide Lantern. And we have some Pithing Needles and Damping Spheres. This is Rakdos Pyro, Dark Pyro Prison. Let's get into it and see what you all are chatting about here. We thought about Kalidas as an extra in there. We took it out. We put it back in. We took it out. We've been back and forth. Pre-iPhone, you're dating yourself? Kirkinator. It's okay to date myself. I'm old. Speaking of economics, let's talk increasing minimum wage and how it's caused inflation. Let's not go there. That's too much politics right now. Please don't start that conversation. Yeah, no. We're not going to do that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why are you not watching? Why are you playing? Strategist is a watcher of the stream from time to time. Definitely a pleasure to have them at the stream. We're going to go ahead and keep this. This seems good. They're not watching because they're playing. Where's Valky? Oh, we thought about putting it in there, and I was like, no. Ooh. Handgrass Rampage. All right, let's go ahead and do Marsh Flats here and pass the turn. We've got the good luck, have fun. You too. We're going to get their Aether Vial here. What's up, Uncle DB? What do I think of Infinite Obliteration? It's just one of the other cards from Lost Legacy and Necromentia. I think they all play their roles. There's a Leonin Arbiter. I don't particularly like that. Okay. Luckily, I played the fetch land first. Thought about playing the Blood Crypt first. This is a no-go now. They could put something in on 1 here, and then I don't end up getting this. I have 2 of these. What do we think? They have a Giver of Runes. I almost want to get rid of this, but I kind of want to get rid of this Aether Vial. We might not see much of Uro after the announcement. A lot of people online like to try to play to the most recent things going on. Let's go ahead and get rid of this artifact. Let's get rid of this artifact. We'll hope they do not have a Ghost Quarter following this. There's a Giver of Ruins. And there goes the artifact. I've been online for 3 hours so far. What? Huh? Question mark. All right, Leonin Arbiter gets in here and gives us a hug. They do not play anything else. They must have interaction. Really tempted to just do a Angrath's Rampage here to kill one of these and then just plan to maybe Chandra. Although Chandra's going to be hard because we have Verdant Catacombs. It went from 3 to 15. You can always do uptime. Uptime tells you what's up. Or watch for the reminder to hydrate bot. All right. I kind of want to just do another Angrath's Rampage. My opponent didn't do anything here. I think this is fine. We'll just make them sack a creature. They'll probably sack Giver. Want to keep their Leonin Arbiter, but if they sack Leonin Arbiter, we'll use the Verdant Catacombs. Giving protection here. No surprise, no surprise. All right, tap land, go ahead. Can't pay for Leonin Arbiter if they fire it off. It's all right. We didn't want to anyway. Does the chatter calls for the banning SG worry you? No. No, because Red Prison can still function. Field of Ruin hits one of these. Well played, opponent. Stone Rain us both. It was like a boom bust. Huh. Boom bust in the form of land. All right, Dreadbore's pretty nifty here. I think we'll just go ahead and fire that off. Just remove Leonin Arbiter. Opponent really hasn't played anything after getting rid of that Aether Vial. And we're good to go with the Verdant Catacombs. Go ahead, opponent. Your move. Pretty easy way to just put this Crocs into the bin as well here off of his Seasoned Pyromancer. We have 4 mana and my opponent continues to do nothing. Path to Exile has got to be what they've got going on. We need the extra red here just for Seasoned Pyromancer. So yeah, Simian Spirit Guide chatter doesn't really worry me. Hey, here's this Blightstep. Here's Blightstep. I'm playing this because it's new. That's why we're playing it. We'll play a turbo list that still plays turn 1 Blood Moon if that happens. I sort of like the idea if I top deck another land, I could play Chandra this turn, and then next turn I could Seasoned Pyromancer off Chandra uptick plus then Kroxa. I think my opponent's got Path, if I'm really honest. I think I want a little more red. Let's see if we can resolve Chandra here. Does. Up for damage, pass turn. Not too worried. I'm not seeing any flash things. A lot of planes here. Phyrexian Revoker's a pretty good one. Now we won't be doing that fancy uptick and do that unless I top deck Bolt or Liliana or all kinds of things. Good play here, the Revoker. All right, we find an Inquisition. Inquisition's a bit of an interesting one. So I can either Seasoned Pyromancer getting Kroxa and say Seasoned Pyromancer in the bin, or I could hold on to the Seasoned Pyromancer, have a Inquisition. Personally, I think I want to go ahead and Inquisition first and then Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm expecting something like Path here. Yeah, double Path. Totally fine. All right, Seasoned Pyromancer. Get some cool tokens here. Ditch these two. And pass the turn. Excellent draws here. We've got a Path in my opponent's hand. Liliana in K command. My opponent's just about dead here. What's up, Stickball? How you doing? Ghost Quarter, so we know it's a Path. I could force them to get rid of this Path. Let's force getting rid of the Path. So target player discards a card and deal 2 damage to any target. Let's do it this way. This killing will allow me to play Liliana, or lets me play Kroxa from the yard. Might play Kroxa because it means win the following turn. By the way, good conversation about Simeon's spirit guides and all that. All right, they path. We make them not make them discard. It's kind of cute. We'll go ahead and get this Kroxa here. Let's get rid of some stuff we don't care about. That works. Got a Kroxa in play. They take 3. We attack with the team, and things are working out for us. And Grath's already playing an excellent role here in game number 1. Smash. Silent Clearing is a redraw. They find. Ooh, Batterskull. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can also just K command. I don't want to show them the Liliana. Let's just return creature and... Where's the destroy artifact? There we go. Return Season Pyromancer, smack the Batterskull. Why not? We had the Chandra down tick as well. This is lethal. We have lots of things. Batterskull here is not enough. Good start. Good start. All right, so we could play Pithy Needles to name Aether Vial. We could also bring Collective Brutalities in to remove some creatures. I kind of like the idea of Collective Brutality. I don't know. I think I'm pretty happy with what we've got main board, though. Yeah, Feel the Dead, Mystic Sanctuary up there, too. Mystic Sanctuary is fine card if it wasn't fetchable. It would have been interesting to have a way to fetch for it, but not be an island. That would have been interesting. So we didn't see a whole lot. We see Batterskull. Batterskull almost certainly means that my opponent is running Stoneforge, and that's a reason to do the brutalities. I really don't know what I want to take out or what I want to put in. Needle's decent. I kind of just want to run it back, and I know that's maybe not the right plan. Might take one Thoughtseize or maybe one Inquisition for a Collective Brutality. Dr. Slump, welcome back. 2 months in a row and 6 total. Where are our emotes when these people show up with their sub? Subbing's not free, people. Need to welcome our fellow wolves. I think I'm going to do the one of Collective Brutality. I want to try to find our God of Fright, and I think Liliana and Chandra are too powerful not to go ahead and play. Let's do it. There we go. That's a proper welcome. Here, we found the card. We found it. There's no removal here. Did they mulligan? They kept 7. They kept 7. Let's do it. Let's do it. We got this. We got this. Give her ruins. Easy. Easy kill. We'll get there. We have so much mana now, anything we draw is going to be gas. Oh no. Oh no. Did they keep a 1-lander? Oh no, don't tell me you did this. Okay. Whew. Well, there's an Aether Vial. Alright. Nope, they're good. They're good. They had another one. Get a blood crypt here. Another seasoned pyromancer. Let's plan to fetch one more time just because my opponent's being tricksy with their cards here. Hello, you're looking for 2 men? Can you tell me where I can find him? He is unreachable under the stairs in his apartment. He's locked in there. I finally locked him in there. He's going to be evicted soon, though. Ghost Quarter for my opponent. Attacks with Giver again. So we don't have anything off 1, probably, other than maybe another Giver. You get a TikTok song stuck in your head. Let's just get another Blood Crypt here. I don't have Blood Moon. Oh, do we allow them to activate this, or do we just shoot? Ooh, that's like super tempting right now. Man, this card's so good sometimes. I kind of want to shoot. I guess we can go to end step. What's the punishment of going to their upkeep? Minimal. Let's set the stop there, and I'll wait for a reaction here. Exactly. This doesn't really change anything. I don't believe that changes anything. I wanted to see if they would do it at end step, because then we get to see another creature possibly. This feels strong though. And if they play Leonin Arbiter here, fine. Have at me. They path their own thing here. All right. Well, they could have done that last turn anyway. And now they get a tap land. I don't know. I think it depends on a lot of things. Silent Clearing played. Okay. Cashes in a Silent Clearing. Okay. My opponent's not doing a whole lot. We'll continue to use fetches when we find them, by the way. I know we're taking little bits of damage, but I really don't want to have these stuck in my hand. We'll use a Seasoned Pyromancer here. It's probably okay to ditch 2 Blood Crypts at this point, because they're the lands that come into play painfully. We have arrived, by the way. We can do this next turn if we want to. Do we? I don't know yet. Maybe we flip it onto the backside here. Maybe the front side's not very good because my opponent's done nothing and we have path over here. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to throw it to the backside here. Just be like, here, activate, take 3. Right? Oh, Skyclave. Oh, Skyclave, what's up? How are you? I can Bone Crusher you. I can do everything. Oh, Thoughtseize and Emrakul? Yeah, I don't think that quite works. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discard. Yeah, I'd have to read the rules. I think it would work though if we are discarding and it's on our turn. I am actually tempted to I think I'm tempted to do a Seasoned Pyromancer here and draw a little bit more before committing something here and just leaving myself with probably Bolt. Maybe another thing if I draw another land. Look at this. Oh. Okay, I know what we're playing next. The God of Fright's coming into play. We're ready. Locked and loaded. Look at this hand. Woohoo! I'm ready. Ghost Quarter. Simple things. Oh yeah, excitement is intensifying. Although I think strategist is flooding out. Oh, we're doing something. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Thalia, hold up. Get bolted, Skyclave. Get out of here. Thalia doesn't hurt this. We're gonna play straight into that path. I get a token too. The 3/3 upgraded from Seasoned Pyromancer. Thalia 2/1 here. And 2 unknown cards. I'm almost certain that one of them is a path. I don't care. It's 5 mana. We were 1 off. We're doing it. And I'd love to put the... all right. Before we play this, disclaimer, the backside is probably just that much better here, although the backside could get hit by a Skyclave. The front side's probably not as good here because I'm sure they have a path. So I would probably go ahead and put the backside down, but that's not why we all came here. That's not why we came here. We came here to see the front side. Go, 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 opponent. Incoming path. Cry. I just want to put that disclaimer out that I think the correct play is the Lantern to win the game, but the correct play for everything that we want to be doing is the front side. Menace is pretty sweet too, but I think they have path. Calling it. We don't get to have fun. Well, we'll probably have fun here in a second, but... Did I not call it? Scariest thing would be maybe Leonin Arbiter. All right, we have one unknown card here. I'm guessing it's time for Liliana. And help us if it's a Leonin Arbiter. Just help us all if it's a Leonin Arbiter right now. Excuse me. Stop touching the lands. I just get another basic. I've got a lot of basics. I play Blood Moon. Oh no! They're gonna figure it out. Oh no! They figured it out. They're coming for me. Alright. We hit a Bloodstain Mire. I probably should have looked. I'm gonna go look anyway, see if I got another land. I don't. I've got nothing. All right, Liliana down tick, get rid of Thalia. Let's start beating in. We need to because we're pretty much out of lands here. The other thing I could do here is uptick. What if I uptick here? Do I care about this for a turn? I don't think so. Send it. Get rid of that card. Oh, that's right. I have to discard a card too. These are both really good cards. Angrath, get out of here. Oh, it was a Skyclave. We're so smart. We're so smart. By the way, we would be wrecking them if we had the Lantern thing down. Oh my gosh, it's Core Firewalker. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Yeah, I want to be tricksy about this, but I don't think we want to. Bye-bye. This yields, and then we'll get to up or down tick Liliana here. I want to be cute with it, but it's not worth it. Down tick hit for 5 past turn. All right, we're pretty good here. They probably won't have a way to get rid of Liliana unless they find another Skyclave. Every creature could be killed. Batterskull's pretty good. Batterskull's pretty good. Go ahead and play a Bone Crusher. I'll probably just uptick for a turn. You know what? Cash it in. Cash it in. We're ending this game. We're ending this game now. 5 damage go. They took out our Tergrid. Returns. And is planning to smack us again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And bolt away. Good game. 1-0. Unless they have Faith. Reward. Faith's Shield. Faith's Reward. We got there. We got there. Ooh, bridge coming too. Good start. Good start. Like I said, though, I firmly agree that the backside here was the better play. We could have played the backside, you know, first time we got the chance. Tergrid, the Lantern, or the God of Fright. Good start here, though. Rakdos Prison taken down 1-0. Let's find another opponent. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. All right, Mana Hatch. It's our opponent. We'll play first. Looking for discard spells. After all, that's what we want to be doing. Discard spell. We have a Yorion. I'd prefer to see something other than Bridge for this, but we'll go ahead and keep. Probably fetch Shock. And then play a Thoughtseize here. I've been running Tergrid and Waste Not in a Historic for the ramp. It's been nice. Nice. Just getting some of those interesting cards is pretty cool too. My opponent keeps 5. That's a shame. That's a shame. We'll go ahead and Thoughtseize here. We have Stoneforge, Canonist, which doesn't bother us. Thalia, which also doesn't bother us. We'll take the Stoneforge probably here, because the other two we can deal with. Stoneforge just gets something big and nasty, and I'm just not about that world. I will fetch and shock in again to get the red. If my opponent plays Canonist, I expect them to play Thalia. So this is just going to be a fetch sideways Blood Crypt. Just like that. Is today April 15th? No, not quite. Not quite. All right, so we have a Canonist. We can dig for Chandra. Or we can just play, I think we just hang tight here. And we're going to Bone Crusher Giant the Thalia here. My opponent's got 3 lands. We might see this Canonist as well. Not super worried about this. What's a Fluffy? Oh, Giver's pretty good. Let's go ahead and stomp Thalia. I want to keep my life total reasonable here. Can always find land, uptick, and Bone Crusher, which feels like the correct line here. I guess we Bone Crusher the Giver here so that I can just shoot this later or have some blockers. Oh, that's right, I can't. Because of this card. Non-artifact. Whoops. We'll play an artifact card next. We're like, this doesn't affect us. Whoops. It's alright. 3 damage here, maybe just 2. The deck of 2/2 runs face first into Fluffy deck of 1,400 removal spells. Ooh. Sorry, I was distracted. What are we doing? What do we think my opponent has here? I think I'm just supposed to slam this. The value of this is just astronomical. I'm doing it. Like I said, we came here to see this card and see if it works. We can totally lose this game to another path to exile or something, and that would be okay, because that would give you guys the knowledge of whether this card is worth it or not. We're here to answer questions, not to play correctly. Go ahead, opponent. You should field me so I can play Bone Crusher Giant and kill your Giver. Oh, snap. Leonin Arbiter is kind of nasty. Leonin Arbiter is kind of nasty. Protection black here. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting now. Oh, I can make them discard. Oh my gosh. How far do we try to take this? Okay. Down tick on Giver. And then Bone Crusher Giant like Leonin Arbiter. Fine. Could we work K command so that when they pick up the Yorion into their hand, I make them discard it? And then I get that? Is that too... That's too much. I shouldn't do that. That's far too much, right? That's going too far. Let's do this. Let's do this. Shoot Giver with Chandra. They go to protection something. I'll K command and I'll make them discard. And we're going to just get whatever they give me. They don't have a land, right? They don't have a spell either, right? It's a permanent. I bet it's a permanent. We're going to get a permanent here. Everyone's ready for this. Get excited. What are you going to protect, opponent? Protects this. What if that's not what I wanted to kill? The correct play is kill artifact, deal 2 damage. This is the correct play. I wanted to make them discard. I still want them to discard. I don't care about the right play. I'm going to make them discard. Let's see here. Target player discards and destroy artifact. Bam, bam. I want to get something. Come on. Big threat. Come on. I want a permanent. Thank you. Come on. They're discarding. Now they're reading. They're like, oh no. I got a Restoration Angel? Give me. Yes, use the ability. Sure, let's flicker, because that's fun. Woo! Yeah! I got a Restoration Angel, everyone. Now what do they have? They're gonna blow this up. Oh. Oh, did they win? They have a Shalai. I kind of like Shalai over Restoration Angel. Can I have that? Anyway. I can't shoot the Leonin Arbiter with the Bone Crusher Giant anymore. Kind of a nuance, interesting note. Inquisition. I can't steal anything from them either. Seasoned Pyromancer getting rid of Inquisition. Let's do it off of mana here. And then that leaves me with Bone Crusher Giant. I don't care about Bridge. Oh my gosh. Just swing for the hills. When my opponent doesn't block anything, I maybe double down on Shalai here. Down to 11. I'm gonna just double down here. I have lots of blockers before my opponent picks up a card. Go ahead, opponent. I'm gonna make a Lantern next. Oh, play land, put this into your hand. Come on. Play land, put this into your hand. This is everything we want. I also like that the legendary rule doesn't apply to having both creatures and artifacts out. Yeah. Dang it. Opponent sacrifices a non-token. Well, I'm going to use the ability I have field, and now you Stone Rain me not. The counter to Leonin Arbiter is the God of Fright. That worked all too nicely. Okay, so... I don't have any Torp Orbs. We saw Resto, Leonin Arbiters. Obviously, you're in its taxes list. Makes me want to have a little more removal. I do like the Thought Seizes, though. Am I just sending it back? I'm looking at Blood Moon a little bit here. My opponent does have multicolored spells and things like that. Kind of makes me want to hedge one Blood Moon in for like a random bridge. I know that seems random, but we're going to do it. And then we'll see if Blood Moon was wanted. My gosh, we got a Restoration Angel. We're Mardu now. No Rankle? That would be in a rack list, Dos Equis. This is a prison list. Rankle wants to attack. God of Fright is kind of okay with not attacking for a while, and then we unlock it with, say, K-Command or Liliana on ourselves to get rid of bridges. That's the theory. That's the theory, at least. One of them. You get him to sack stuff with Rankle? You could. You could, but you have to attack. That's the thing. All right, we're going to keep this. Thoughtseize, got a land here as well. We'll definitely do the fetching first again because we saw the land and Arbiter. Playing hot Magic tonight. You could put a 1 of Rankle in for a Chandra. All right, Aether Vial. That's fine. That's fine. All right, Fetch Shock. Let's get a Blood Crypt down and Thoughtseize. Let's see what's going on. All right, we have a Thalia, and an Archon. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I mean, I have 2 Lilianas. We just got to get to the lands. So am I just taking a Thalia here? You know what? I'm just going to do an Archon here. The Archon being flying and a little bit harder to kill with, say, a Bone Crusher Giant's just kind of making me upset. Good idea to sell Uro ASAP? Sure. This isn't advice for anything. All right, Croxa to get rid of a card here. Probably gets rid of the other Thalia. A little ways away from doing that interaction with God of Fright. They get rid of a Thalia. So we have an unknown card here, plus this draw. Another 2-drop, possibly as well. Worst thing would be a Ghost Quarter plus Leon and Arbiter. Extra Vial. Okay. And hits us with a 2-1. Top of the library needs to be a land. I'll take my Lightning Bolt. My opponent can't Restoration Angel this. I suppose there is the small risk that they have Flicker Wisp, so let's go ahead and do this here. Small risk. And if they have a path that they want to use, they don't get the untapped mana. All right, Calico, take care. Take care. 3 and a 1-drop. Extra Bolt here is not what we want to see. I would like to see a land so I can get a Liliana active. I suppose I get to shoot this, which this is going to be Giver of Runes. I'm going to stop on their upkeep again here. And let's stomp here, hoping that they don't have exactly Flicker Wisp. Doing this before they get to 4 for Restoration Angel once again. Looks like they might have. We're testing, whoops, we're testing this last card that they have. And yes, it was Flicker Wisp. Okay, so they save the Giver here, and then they take a draw. They do counter our Stomp as well. For those going, well, you should have Lightning Bolt instead, and just in case of that, this is more mana efficient, and if they end up top decking a Thalia, then I can't play Bone Crusher Giant over playing Lightning Bolt. I don't want to be sad. There's a Ghost Quarter for my opponent. There would actually be probably a worthwhile hit here on the Blood Crypt with their Ghost Quarter to pick between black and red. I don't recall if they remember seeing Liliana or not. All right, well, there's a Dreadbore. I suppose we'll just use this and hit the Flicker Wisp now and pass turn. Maybe this is better to be on the Yorion later, but we have Liliana's for that. We're just going to keep the board as clear as possible here. Again, deck.remove creatures is what we're playing. This is why you don't have to play 4 of bridges, and this is also why I was able to take one out. You're just not running into the point in which you have to worry about too many creatures attacking you. All right, we're up to 4 and 3 with our Aether Vials. Probably getting close to just slapping the Yorion into hand. They might be worried about putting Yorion into hand with an Aether Vial only at 4, in fears of it getting discarded. Not too afraid, though. They go ahead and put that into hand. Thoughtseize? All right, Inquisition's not where we wanted to be, but we'll go ahead and play it. Inquisition. It's a Restoration and a Yorion. That's really good. We'll just pass the turn. If they activate something here to Flicker Giver, we'll try to get them. We are on turn, what, 6, 7? And haven't found our 3rd land, which is maybe a little bit unusual. Leaves Aether Vial on 3. I think that's a mistake. Puts it on 4. Okay. So we're still just at 3 and 4 here. This is like a super easy Liliana downtick on our turn. Huh. Now if we hit a Thoughtseize, we get to take this. Aether Vial coming in hot. Restoration Angel. Here I will go ahead and attempt a Bolt. Maybe they top deck a Flicker Wisp. Going to Bolt there now. Very little reason not to. Oh, we have a Maul here. Okay, if I get Liliana down, I might actually uptick first. All right, so they can put Yorion up to, or an Aether Vial up to 5 probably safely here and get their Yorion into play if they want. Nope, they leave it at, oh, nope, 3 and, yeah, put it up to 5. There you go. Good play. Giver. Taxes for 5 here. I think we would have had a shot at this if I would draw my land. I think we'll go ahead and go to the next game. Turn 8, still on 2 lands, unfortunately. There's our land. There's a Thoughtseize as well. All right, if we were just to find those a little sooner. Pithing Needle's probably interesting over Blood Moon. Bridges aren't too bad. So Flicker Wisp does flickering away the bridge, and that's where it gets a little bit dicey there. You can see where Blood Moon would have been nice, though. We could also play, like, pair of Blood Moons and Pithing Needles. Try to play these over something like like Bridge. Let's take one of her out. I think we want most of our removals. K-Command seems fine. Liliana could be a touch questionable. Even a Croxa could be a touch questionable. Croxa's kind of slotting into about this slot for us here. I'm going to take one Crocs out here, and then I'm going to find one more. I think Pithing Needle is going to just be more powerful. Maybe it's both Croxes. Although I kind of like having these two as just win conditions once we get past some of the creatures. Let's take a Chandra out. No, I don't like that because that removes the angels. You know what? Let's take the Blood Moon out here and have the Pithy Needle. Pithy Needle to stop Aether Vial seemed okay. My opponent's got probably plenty of lands. Let's not worry about that. Plus they have Path to get out of our Blood Moon. Okay. Let's keep this. It's deck.getDiscard here. Maybe we'll triple discard them. My opponent mulligans to 6 as well. This feels pretty strong against a mulligan. We do need another land. We didn't learn our lesson. We need more than 2, but hey, you know, we'll get there. All right, Blood Crypt, Shocked In, Inquisition to lead things off. We have Sword, Skyclave, and a Thalia here. Well, I'll take Thalia. It's the quickest thing they can play. Might not even have to rush out this onto black, which would be super nice. By the way, the basic. All right, let's go ahead and Inquisition again safely. My opponent has another Thalia. Okay, so I think I take Thalia again and then just plan to Thoughtseize away the sword. And from here, I can then probably just Bone Crusher Giant the Thalia. And go from there. I need double red here, and this pathway probably has to be put on the red side. So I take Sword here and they just play Thalia? Then I can't play Bone Crusher. I'm going to take Thalia here and put this on the red side. We'll wait to Thoughtseize. I probably am good with Thoughtseizing and then just holding up 2 mana here. Opponent has a Ghost Quarter. Alright, we'll Thoughtseize now. We'll take the sword because it's a little bit dangerous, and we have a Skyclave Apparition to beat. Now we're at 2 lands again. I'm really hoping that I get this Seasoned Pyromancer down. Opponent's got another Snow-Covered Plains, Skyclave and Plains. Stoneforge Mystic. Well, I can kill that. Batterskull probably to hand. I'm so excited there's going to be a BNR getting rid of Uro and hopefully other stuff in the format. We'll see. It sounds like it's going to have a few things to shake stuff up. Sort of Light and Shadow. All right. We'll get rid of Stoneforge Mystic. I'm holding on to Dreadbore. Dreadbore may not work very well with the Sword of Light and Shadow. We'll see, though. Maybe they try to play Yorion down and go from there. Land, please. Land, please. Oh my gosh. What's happening? What's happening? We cannot get to 3 lands, apparently. That's just a no-go. Are they going to Ghost Quarter me here? Don't do it. Don't do it. 5 mana. Sword and attached sword here. What's this one do? Deals combat damage to player, you gain 3, and you may return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. They go get Thalia. Land. Alright, we found our land. Tricky thing is it's a fetch land with an Aven. Tricky, tricky. I'm going to have to go ahead and go for it, though. We do find land, thank goodness. Alright. We know it's Skyclave, and they just picked up a Thalia. I think this is a fine time to K-Command, get rid of Sword, and make them discard here. Because they didn't pick up a Stoneforge, and they're going to either get rid of the Skyclave or the Thalia, and I have a Dreadbore, which is pretty nice to get rid of something pretty nasty here. Hey, thank you for the follow, by the way. They get rid of the Skyclave, so we have a Thalia showing up, which really isn't a problem for us. So Thalia, maybe Orient to hand? Plus Leon and Arbiter, and my opponent gets to Ghost Quarter us. It's a pretty good top deck. Pretty good top deck there. All right, in for 2. Top deck, need a land. All right, a bolt will work. Let's go ahead and bolt now and pass turn. We need them to, like, miss for a little bit here while I get lands. Hey, thank you, everybody, for the follows. Ignoring and Stone Forging. Okay. Batterskull. Sword of Fire and Ice. Apparently, my opponent's packing the entire sword package here. We'll take 4. All right. Liliana. My gosh. Can't believe how many non-lands I've been drawing here. Dreadbore. What am I dreadboring here? I guess the Leon and Arbiter. Because this is only a 1/2. This is going to be hard to kill in the air, though. I guess I'll kill the one in the air. I need a non-fetch land, non-shock at this point. They're going to hit me for 3. They got me anyway. They have the sword. Can play the sword and hit me. Bummer. I would chop those 2 games up to failing to draw lands. We're on turn 8 and we had 3 lands this time around. Last one we had 4. We have all the removal. Just didn't draw the lands. Onward we go. How do I think the meta shift once Uro gets banned? I think it'll depend on all the other bans. Wizards basically hinted that there will be multiple bans. Obviously, Bant and Simic lists will take a hit. The question is, what else takes a hit? If Trickery and Cosmic Tybalts don't disappear in some fashion with Cascade rules changes or something like that, you could probably see a lot of Jund. You may see a lot of still 3 or 4 color lists, just not with Uro in them anymore either. But I think it's too hard to tell until the 15th. I think they're going to change it to similar to split cards. Like, you can cascade into whatever card, but you must cast the side that is the cheaper. Or the one that's less than your cascade. So, like, let's assume you cascade with something that's like an 8 mana spell, and you hit the Tibalt Valky. You could hit the backside. I would be okay with that. If you're cascading for 8, you can get the 7. Because you're going to hit everything. Oh my gosh, it's Jiggy Wiggy. Oh my gosh. Oh. There's all my lands. There they are. We found them. They're here. I have to mulligan. I found them all. This is from the last 2 games. Here they are. They're easy to find. All right, we'll keep this. Get rid of our top end here. We can cast any spell. Exactly. We should have kept. All right, Mishra's Bauble, Misty Rainforest. Mox Amber. Looks like we've got an Emery list. Just shuffle better next time. Just mana clumped up. There's Emery. At least we get rid of Emery with a lightning bolt, I suppose. Gilded Goose. All this. Hey, look at this. Look at this card. I'd love to not have to kill Emery here and use like Bone Crusher Giant, but I think it's a pretty easy kill, and let's move on with our lives. Bobble for my opponent. How's she working out? I got a Restoration Angel so far, and I did note that I would have preferred the Lantern side, but we wanted to see some more discard before playing the Lantern side. We ended up winning anyway, though. Okay, let's Inquisition, see what's going on over there. What are we doing? Oh, opponent. You've got a few nasty things here. We got a few nasty things. Okay, so in this situation, I think I get the Underworld Breach here. I'm a little nervous about the Uro here with this Mox Amber and Kinnan. Maybe I just take the Kinnan here now that I'm thinking about it. Because we don't want them to Mox Amber. And Underworld Breach is going to take a while before they can start using some stuff. Yeah, I think we take Kinnan here. It made us think a little bit. I think that's the correct play, though. So there's a grinding station. Okay. So we'll put this on the black side. We have the Cairns here. Is it just Liliana, or is it like Season Pyromancer to get rid of like Bone Crusher land? Maybe it's Liliana just uptick. I mean, these three are kind of nasty things to see here. Let's do a Liliana. Getting this up to an ultimate seems pretty good. I'm going to ditch the land here, and I'm going to keep the Season Pyromancer and the Bone Crusher Giant. Bone Crusher will punch them pretty hard. They get rid of it. Engineered Explosives does find the next land here. Let's see what this ends up resulting in. The Steam Vents. They do shock this in. Now we have Mox Amber here, but that's not doing anything yet. We can Underworld Breach and then buy back, what, like Emery here? Alright, so we're Underworlding. Buy back Emery. Buy back Emery. We can make blue with Mox Ambers if we wanted to. Wonder where this is going. We have a Mox Amber in hand. I think they've got us, right? Because of the grinding station. They can just make, like, infinite mana here, right? I'm assuming Thassa's Oracle's in there, so I think we just got. Let me just ask. Is an app like Cardboard Live for MTGO? Cardboard Live works for MTGO. Alright, they have Thassa's Oracle. We're not going to make Jiggy play through. We know Jiggy. Maybe I should take the Underworld Breach. You never know. Alright, we've got a few things for my opponent here, though. We've got a few things. We've got some stuff for essentially a combo list. What do we want to do against a combo list? So Angrath's Rampage is okay. K-Command's great. Bridges are probably a no-go here. I could see our God of Fright being too high up on the order here of what we want to be doing. Thoughtseize Inquisition seems fine. Bolt does. Dreadbore might be a little slow. We can take like a pair of Dreadbores out and start to add like Blood Moons in. Could be a Needle as well for like Emery. Well, actually I don't like that. I think I want a Blood Moon. Yeah, I think I want Blood Moon. I mean, these are sorcery speed too, but they're going to go after artifacts or creatures, which is sort of nice. Liliana might not be as important here. Blood Moon number 2. We could also be bringing in Boils. I like these cards, though, because they're going to interact with what our opponent's trying to do. So let's keep Let's see if we can get these cards to work for us. Double black is a requirement. We'll see if it matters. Ooh, one lander. I don't think I can keep a one lander here. We have too many hate cards for us to keep a one lander. Here we go. Okay. Keep and get rid of a Croxa here. Keep 3 lands. Use Inquisition or Thoughtseize and K commands, and then work our way up to a Seasoned Pyromancer. Seems totally fine. Let's fetch basic here to start things off. Thoughtseize and pass the turn. We have a Wilt. Don't care about that. We have Mox Amber, Gilded Goose. We have this Underworld Breach again, and we have an Uro. I can shoot the Gilded Goose later if I wanted to. Do I want to? Wait 2 turns and shoot it, but then they'll have 2 turns to get something. I really don't like this hand at all. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to take. Take Underworld Breach because that's how they combo out. If I take Kinnan, they can't do anything with really Mox Amber too quickly. We have Gilded Goose here. If they get a second land here, they'll be able to Uro before I'm able to get my 3rd land to get the K command going. I mean, the Mox mana is semi-shut off. I'm afraid of another, like, combo here with the Underworld Breach. I'm, like, tempted to take this again because I'm afraid of them getting the Gilded Goose down. It's, like, either between Kinnan or the Gilded Goose, and I think I have to take Kinnan again. Even with the Gilded Goose and hope they miss their land. Then we get the K command and kill the Goose and make them maybe discard or pick up something. Yeah, Breach is definitely up there in terms of taking it. So Breeding Pool, Gilded Goose. Why Lost Legacy over Necromentia? So that my opponents can't get some Mox Amber. So that my opponents... Ooh, this is a good card. So our opponents can't get a zombie when I make them discard something that, like... Tybalt's Trickery or a Cascade card. Make them just sacrifice a creature here. Get rid of this Gilded Goose. This was a really good top deck to get rid of Gilded Goose. We can then work our way to K command now. Wonder if I K command or I Seasoned Pyromancer to get more here. I don't know, we keep playing different versions of those black spells that get rid of combo pieces. Springleaf Drum. Okay. I'm going to pass the turn here. We're going to wait on K command. I will now play a Chandra. Chandra seems reasonable to do here. I don't think we're going to get completely busted open here on this turn. There's an Inquisition, which would have been an okay thing to top deck. Good afternoon. Good evening. All right, opponent's passing back. They seem to be all in on this. The best feeling is doing Blood Moon here and leaving K command open and shutting my opponent off mana. Best feeling. There we go. Get out of here, Jiggy. There's a surgical. All right, 1-1 against this opponent. Boil would be an interesting one over a Blood Moon, but as you saw, Blood Moon's pretty okay here. Almost makes me want to just ditch the Liliana to bring in another one and maybe ditch a Liliana for just a straight Dread Boar here. Because I'm thinking, is Liliana really going to buy us a whole lot? Honestly, we're just replacing it for exactly what Liliana would be doing. Really being on the draw here, we probably want like this kind of opening hand the most, with maybe Blood Moon or maybe a K command in here. Like these are probably the 7 that we're looking for the most, would be my guess. Because I need them to be... They kept the 1 lander and we navigated the Gilded Goose just safely there. But if they would have been able to do something at 2, they could have wilted or whatever. I think the 2 Liliana's out. We could actually bring 1 Liliana in for a Chandra, just so we have something at 3 versus 4, which could be very relevant. I kind of like that little nod there. Let's do that. We do have to watch our mana base a little bit because we have the double pips. All right. Once again, we have a hand that we can't exactly keep. It's a 1 lander. I do have Thoughtseize and Lost Legacy, but if my opponent does something crazy here, we're not going to get there. We do have the Bolt to get rid of something. I think I'd rather have like just a different type of hand. This one's an okay hand. I think we could keep this with the idea of Bone Crusher Giant on 2 and have the K command for the artifacts. It's a little risky, though. I don't know if I like going any lower, though. So we'll keep. And we'll get rid of the Blight Step. Just in case I top deck Blood Moon. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, that's not very good for us. Springleaf Drum. Bobble. Bobble. All right. All right. Well, we hit Blood Moon, so we have that as a option to us. We'll be fetching basics, just in case we do get to this Blood Moon. The green does give them their wilt out, though. They targeted me with the bobble here. I'll probably fetch before the end step here, just so that whatever it is, they don't know we have it in hand. We won't have it in hand here. Seeing a creature with a Springleaf Drum, we could get that with the K command. Looks like maybe a 2-drop here. We're getting basics. All right, our Blood Moon's not looking as strong here. We can still fetch first 1 basic. We can wait on this one. Perfect example of why waiting matters here. All right, we got Bone Crusher Giant. We got a K command. I guess we'll have to fetch a... Oh, here we go. 3 mana, Uro. Okay. Definitely not shooting that, obviously. Breeding Pool. Shoxodon. Okay, we're floating red. Green. There's a Wrenn in 6. This is awful. Picks up the Prismatic Vista. That's a lot of mana. Do I just try to play a Blood Moon just to stop them from future Uros? Like, do I need to use this Bone Crusher? I don't feel like I need to use this Bone Crusher Giant here. We'll get around to see Wrenn in 6. I think we're going to be slamming Blood Moon here. I need a land. That way I have the double red. Oh. Oh. Dang it. I sort of want to just play the Blood Moon to make it really difficult for them to do this Uro here. And I'm going to do it off of a... I want to do it off of a Blood Crypt, because I'm going to be basically playing the red cards next and just hope I don't top deck into Lost Legacy here. This will be one turn off here where I don't have interaction, so we don't have the spell bomb down. Ideally, I think I can do like Seasoned Pyromancer next turn. Or maybe Bone Crusher and put a spell bomb into play. We're trying to stop Uro because I feel like they're kind of pushing themselves towards Uro here. Not so much the combo, just from the couple cards we've seen. We'll see though. Red and green here could be Wilt, and it is Wilt. Prismatic Vista. We're gonna fetch here. Gonna get a basic. Ren 6 picks up the Prismatic Vista. Like I said, they feel like they're going towards Uro, so if we can stop that, that would be good with the spell bomb. Killing an Emery here would be nice. Like if they put an Emery, it's Grinding Station. I love a land here so I can shoot the Grinding Station. Okay, there's an Emery. My gosh, I've got everything. All right, land. Land, spell bomb plus K command is what I want to do. Spell bomb, K command. Let's go. Come on. One time. Land. Look at that bobble. Play that bobble. Use that bobble. Land. Yeah, land. All right, well, I can spell bomb. I can Bone Crusher this away and spell bomb. It seems like a fairly good turn. Or do I want to draw? So we're going to play the spell bomb. The question is, do I kill this? Or I think I have to kill this, right? Yeah. Do the Grinding Station. I'm going to kill Emery and then just eat the graveyard here. I'm not going to give them the turn back. There's almost no reason for us to do that. All right. Goodbye, graveyard. Cool. Toast. Toast. You mind if I review that later, Corey? Serum Visions. I drew a card. So that was our Nile spell bomb. Unless we get a surgical or something. I'll pull it up for later. It may be a little bit later. Serum Visions draws bottom and topping the cards. A goose. A goose. I guess it's now time for a K command. Oh, what are we doing? Sacrifices to see what else they draw here, and now we're gonna Underworld Breach. These are some hot. Oh, food. Yes, that's smart. Okay. Are we gonna just Underworld Breach me here? Sacrifices, Underworld Breaches. Are we just dead? Everything I did? Did we just die? I think we just died. They just combo out here and they have 2 blue here and they just Thassa's Oracle again. I'll probably make them do it this time. It's pretty good. That was pretty good. So we did Nile's Spell Bomb and Bone Crusher. If we would have been able to do the K command, we could have K commanded the Grinding Station, which was what we were going to do next. They could misclick and lose. I'm not going to do that to Jiggy. I'm going to make them just play it close to the end here. I want to see the Thassa's Oracle. Dang. Pretty resilient list for sure. Gets a little less resilient when Uro disappears from the meta. Not a whole lot different though. Mox Amber repeat here. There's the Thassa's Oracle. All right. Opponent gets us. Just a good combo list. We don't have too much for the graveyard. You're gonna see a Bone Crusher, Croxa, Blood Moons. We're gonna really find our other ways to deal with the graveyard. Well, there you go. That puts us as 1 and 2. Looking okay, though. Maybe Lost Legacy is just a joke. Maybe it should be more Surgicals or another Nile Spellbomb. We are making our opponents discard quite a bit. Something to consider for iteration 2. All right. Match 4. Dark Pyro, Rakdos. The time we've got the God of Fright out, it was good. So this card definitely worth considering in your more aggressive mid-range and higher discard lists. Yeah, Corey, if you're good, we'll wait on your review thing until after the next 2 matches. You're usually here for quite some time. It'll be our mid-league break. All right, let's play first. My opponent's double queuing. We'll keep this hand. 3 lands seems good. We got this pathway. He'll be here all night. Do you see Dylan's Emrakul Waste Not clip with the card? I have not. All right, probably fetching first. We've run into enough of the list that fetching first seems to be an okay thing to be doing. Wonder if I should have a 24th land. I think I have 23. Inquisition. The new Foretell card that makes opponent discard and then have a card to discard, you draw a difference. Maybe. Oh. It's Hollow One. I guess I'll take Firebolt. They'll probably play the Grim Lavamancer, and I'll just use Angrath or Bone Crusher Giant. Probably Bone Crusher Giant, because it's a, what is it, a 1/1 or something like that. Okay. Oh, we're getting there. Opponent's gonna discard things, and oh, we got the most broken card for them. Let's get to 5 mana. Let's go. Let's get to 5 mana. Extra mountain here. Gonna cycle a Hollow One. We're getting there. I'm not gonna put the Bone Crusher Giant in just yet. We'll worry about that later. I'm gonna watch my life total here. Mushi, thank you for the sub. Yeah, Chandra guarantees us to get here. I'm kind of excited. But I'm also kind of worried that this would just kill it. So, something we gotta be aware of. This can hit, what, Planeswalkers too? Maybe we work to bait that onto the Chandra here. I kind of want to do that. Like, play Chandra here since I have an extra land and downtick. And hope they use the Sinkhole on the Chandra. Right? This is Chandra, a lovely redhead, being the bait card here that we need. Hollow One versus Valky-less, red-black. We don't play Valky on this stream. We played it in the most fair way and threw it up onto a YouTube video, and that's as far as we're going. Oh, lava dart. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have a Sinkhole here. That kills Tergrid. Cycles a Hollow One. Plays a land. Maybe I have to play Bone Crusher Giant now. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Maybe I play Bone Crusher and Croxa here. Kind of like that. Let's play Croxa and Bone Crusher. I'm just working to use the Magnetic Sinkhole at some point here. Because this is getting destroyed if we do that. It's like 100% guaranteed. Now they could put the ox down there. We'll see if they want to do the ox. This will be interesting. I'm giving them options here. They do put ox. Cast Bone Crusher. Maybe they'll sinkhole, maybe they won't. Remember, we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can always get Angrath like after, and ox pitching sinkhole feels pretty nice. So we can play like God here and then make them sacrifice and get our own ox. We'll see if it works like that. We'll see if we get lucky. Tergrid's the best send triplets ever made. All right, we want to apparently hold this. This makes them discard what? Your hand, that's right. Draw 3, but discard hand. Oh, we got a Bone Crusher here, just sitting here. It's 4/3. Big chunky. There's a horse in the background here. Grim Lavamancer. All right. Reckless Charge. Okay. Tapping 2 here. Well, yes. No, we're exiling for 2 damage here and then like Lava Dart. Okay. And the Lava Dart. Man, they just do not want to use this sinkhole. I cannot get this sinkhole out of my opponent's hand. Maybe we play the backside of this because I can't get them to get rid of this. If I top deck a land, maybe make them sacrifice this and do this. Oh, I found a bridge. Maybe I'm just playing Kroxa. I don't know. I doubt they're stream sniping me. So they would be able to activate this and use this. And that would get rid of the Kroxa. And that's their turn. And then I'll get this down. I think it's just a Kroxa turn. I think that's what they're waiting for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they won't discard the sinkhole. We'll eat up most of the graveyard so they don't have the ox in here as well. And they have to get rid of Kroxa. And then we'll the absolute next turn here, we'll play this down. We'll either actually put it on the untap and do stuff, or if we feel brave, we'll put it on the God side. So they get rid of the sinkhole. Okay. Well, what are we doing then? What? If we're not like saving sinkhole to kill this, then what? I'm so confused. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So Ox doesn't happen here either right now. So I'm going to play the God and then swing with the Kroxa. Whoa, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're activating. We're doing 2 damage here. Excuse me, Grim Lavamancer. Let's have a conversation here. Does 2. Okay. Kroxa's a 6/4 briefly. Now what? Do you have another one? Oh my gosh, they had another sinkhole. They're sinking us. Okay, they had another sinkhole. All makes good sense. Sounds good. All right, we're going for it. We're casting the God side. Casting the God side because I have a K command and an Angrath's Rampage here. If they play some big beefy thing, okay, command away the Grim Lavamancer, make them sacrifice the beef. Get the beef. Eat the beef. Where's Beef Man? Where's Beef Man? All right, opponent. We have the God of Fright. Are you frightened? This is what we came to play today. Now what? I got through your 2 sinkholes. We will not block, by the way. There's no way I would block. Too dangerous. All right. We can pick up Kroxa with K command, and we can make them discard. We can make them discard twice. Do we do this? Oh my gosh. I think we make them discard twice, right? And just see what we pick up, and then we have the Rampage to eat this later. I'm doing it. Return creature, and target player discards. Give me something good, opponent. Something that you couldn't cast, and that's a permanent. Returned and discard Lava Dart. That's garbage. Discard the other card. I want it. What's the other card? Give it to me. Hollow One. Thank you. I appreciate that card. Of course I want to use this ability. We are the Hollow One list now. Attack. We did it. We've got a Hollow One now. We've obtained a Restoration Angel tonight and a Hollow One tonight. And we have Menace. Next up, we're getting Grim Lavamancer. I want this little human wizard. Remove the blocker and he becomes ours, the Betrayers. This is good. This has got something here. You can get up to this kind of mid-range battle. Oh, land. Land, says our opponent. Who's ready to have a Grim Lavamancer join our forces? They could deal 2 damage to themselves. I want to see them do that. Can you please do 2 damage here so you don't sacrifice, so you don't get to give us your Grim Lavamancer? Thank you. They're done with us. All right, we get game 1. Oh, another Kroxa. That worked nicely. All right. Woo. So, my opponent's going to the graveyard with some stuff here. Nile Spellbomb again, maybe some Surgicals. Possibly Damping Sphere. Could be an option as well. Could be an option as well. So things are going to the graveyard. We're okay with them getting to the graveyard. We don't have to always be worried about Thoughtseizing and Inquisitioning, so those are probably fine. With our experience in Hollow One versus Red Prison, Chandra's really good. It helps us kill the Hollow Ones. Although Angrass, Rampage, and K-Command are great cards to also have main board here. Now they can attack us with little creatures, and that's why we'll probably leave bolts here as well. And because of the way their deck is working, I think I want to keep the God of Fright here. So what do we want to take out? We might take some Bone Crusher Giants out. And I think maybe like one of Liliana seems okay. Because when they do spill out their creatures, there's usually a lot of them. So the Edict effect here is maybe not as powerful. Keep in mind we have an Edict effect because we have the God of Fright. I like this. A little bit of Spellbomb Surgicals. I don't think I'm going to try to get the Damping Sphere down. Let's do it. They didn't see a bridge either. We play big creatures. They'll never expect it. Watch. All right. What up? How's it going? Const. All right, we'll keep this. It's yeah, risky. I like a risky hand. Flameblade Adept. We'll go ahead and bolt that. This is why we keep the bolts in. We got to get rid of the little creatures. Gotta get rid of the little creatures. Because of what we have in our hand in terms of lands, we can fetch basic. Mountain. And bolts. Sweet. Wonder if they're going to Burning Inquiry us. Wonder if they'll do that to us. Extra mountain. Goblin lore. Oh, yes. There it is. Oh, uh-oh. I don't see any hollow ones in the bin there. Dodged. All right. Let's fetch basic here. This will be basic swamp. Just trying to thin the library out a little bit. We don't need to be drawing too many more things here. We have bolt, firebolt, lava dart, lightning bolt, and a phoenix. Well, I kind of want to take the phoenix. But if they take the turn to use the phoenix here, like they play the phoenix will take damage versus leaving up a lot of things here. You know what? I'm going to take the lightning bolt. Let them play phoenix. Hit me once. Liliana down tick. And then we'll have double Chandra after that. Lava darts can definitely hit our planeswalkers, but don't do as much damage as, say, a lightning bolt. So we'll force the hand to the phoenix. In for 2, Liliana, down tick, and we'll see them probably use one of these to kill Liliana. I wonder if the math will work out there for our favor. We won't play bridge just yet, nothing too frightening here, and if they play or get another phoenix back, we're in trouble there. Let's go ahead and kill this. And pass the turn. I really do think this bridge is going to get him, though. I think our next turn we can play Chandra pretty safely, and the following turn bridge plus whatever we draw. Now, they do have 2 phoenixes in the graveyard here. Let's just keep on track of that. Land played, Lava Dart and Firebolt. Lava Dart's away, Liliana. No surprise there. We have Firebolt and an unknown card. Firebolt and Lava Dart here do make 3 damage. Just something to be aware of as we go forth. Okay, a Thoughtseize. Well, let's go ahead and actually get a Chandra down, and we'll just pass the turn. Maybe they'll put some more effort into trying to kill this. Go up for damage, pass the turn. All right, this next turn could easily be Bridge and Thoughtseize. Could even Bridge Thoughtseize and down tick to kill something like a Hollow One if we wanted to. Okay, what do we got going on here? Do we have a Hollow One? Do we have nothing? Ooh, 2 mana. Cycle's a Hollow One. All right. We have cycled a Hollow One. It was too expensive. Goblin Lore's after this. There's another Hollow One. There's 2 Hollow Ones. We do have an Ox down here as well. Pull the graveyard out because it does matter a little bit here. All right, we got the turn back. Let's... I think we empty the hand here because they could play an Ox down for 2 and get Phoenixes back. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize first. Steal something that could interact with Chandra. There's another Phoenix here, a Firebolt and a Lava Dart. Let's take the Firebolt. Let's go ahead and go up for mana here. Let's play a Bridge and let's pass the turn. The idea being that they'll try to do Ox. They're going to get some Phoenixes back. I will use Bolt probably upstairs, or I could go after the Ox. But we probably don't want them to rebuy the Ox. They're going to look at this and go, hey, this is an opportunity for me to get some Phoenixes in. 2 of them, it looks like. 3 when they discard this, and if they draw a land. And they won't be able to attack us because I'll bolt. 3 would kill Chandra, and I think they'd feel pretty safe doing that. That's what I'm thinking they're going to try to do, is bring back a lot of Phoenixes here. But who knows? I don't play Hollow One. Could be the wrong line. 2 mana. Ox incoming, leaving Phoenixes in the yard. At this point, they should probably pull out the Hollow Ones just in case we do have something like Surgical. They should leave Lava Darts in the yard for their use. Goblin Lore is probably okay, and they want to leave the Firebolt. I would expect 2 Hollow Ones, maybe Lightning Bolts, the Mountains going away, Flameblade Adept. Anyway, Ox. Discards hand. We're going to allow them to go to combat and pay for the Flameblade Adepts. Or not Flameblades, the Flamewake Phoenixes. They did hit that land. Like them to burn all their mana, please. Thank you. And I think the bolt has to go upstairs. We'll yield to these. This will burn the rest of their mana for the turn. We will get a Chandra up to 7, and unless they have more direct damage, which they do have this, and they do have another Lava Dart and a Firebolt, so they could definitely do a lot to Chandra. All right, so upstairs. I think my best draw here is probably a second bridge, if I'm honest, just to have that extra protection in case they do have a removal for this card. After all, we don't have like an Anger of the Gods or any other board wipes. Okay. All right, we'll use a Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm hoping to not draw 2 4-drops here. Nice. And I don't believe they're going to be playing something that's going to be like a Shattering Spree. I'll go ahead and play the extra bridge. We ended up drawing exactly what we want, and we'll pass the turn. All right, 2 bridges here. Chandra threatening an emblem here. Opponent's got 2 Lava Darts, Firebolt as well, so that's 4 damage they can throw here. Yeah, Grayus. It's gonna be cold. I saw that, single digits. It's gonna be chilly. It's gonna be chilly for like 4 or 5 days. Then it starts going back up. All right, opponent. You gotta interact with my Chandra here. So I'm assuming Firebolt if you have nothing else you're doing here. False Spring was fun while it lasted. Alright, what's going on, opponent? What are you thinking about? Plays the land. So, Kirkinator, I am in a jacket, t-shirt, pants, and it's 50, 60 out right now. Something like that. Firebolt's Chandra. If they have a Lightning Bolt, they clear this Chandra, by the way. Lightning Bolt and then Lava Dart would clear it. Worthwhile if they have it, I think. Yeah, we don't do well with cold weather. I did mow the lawn last week. So think about that. Also, this is single digits Fahrenheit, not Celsius. All right. Bloodstained Mire here. We'll go get a Blood Crypt just because. This is where if we get... I don't want to see Seasoned Pyromancer because I can draw into things that make these active. We'll do mana again. I have 4 mana here. There's exactly 2 cards I could draw that would make it 2 and I can't play anything. And even then I could theoretically play something. We're going to hold on to New Chandra here briefly and pass the turn. Minus 18 Celsius today? How are you alive? Oh my gosh. Extra land for our opponent. It's cold times. Cold times, you peoples. Floating 1 red. Grim Lavamancer. Okay. It's an extra 2 damage that can hit this Chandra. Reckless Charge. This draws a card, right? No. This is using this to exile. Okay, yeah. So now activates here. Pitching Reckless Charge and Flameblade Adept to do 2 damage to Chandra. 2 damages Chandra. We have Lava Dart and 2 Reckless Charge and 2 Lava Darts. Deciding Lava Dart is now the plan. I think they'll be upset here, but I guess they don't want me to downtick on this Grim Lavamancer. Ooh, Thin Mints. Thin Mints. Alright, Blood Crypt here. I really kind of want to stop fetching. My opponent could just burn me out. Just frightening. I probably have to kill the Grim Lavamancer. That's one way to do it. Let's go up. Let's see what's going on top of the library. Extra bridge sounds fantastic. They're never getting through to us. We'll Dreadbore, Grim Lavamancer, and pass the turn. Go ahead, opponent. We could attack with our Elemental. We will not. Why would we do that? So my wife hides the Thin Mints in the ice dispenser. Lava Dart here. They can do this twice here to put Chandra down to 1. All of this damage is going at Chandra instead of us. But they had to do that because Chandra's emblem would have killed them by now. I guess we'll just keep doing the Chandra uptick things. Land's good. Uptick Chandra. This is actually a place where I will go ahead and play a new Chandra. Because it goes from 3 up to 4 now. And then up to 5. Cool. And we skipped over Marsh Flats. Good stuff. Pass turn. The only way my opponent gets out of this, I think, at this point is a Shattering Spree. That would be my guess. I'd love to get the back half of the God. Alright, Marsh Flats, I don't think I'm going to fetch anymore. 12 seems like a good spot to be at. Uptick with Chandra and pass turn, unless I get the God. No God. Pass turn. Because we could play the back half of the God, which is the Lantern, and that would be kind of fun to see that side of our God of Fright. Opponent's floating 1 red. New Grim Lavamancer. Oh my gosh, we're back to this. All right. Let's start with an Inquisition, see what else they've got over there. It's a Bedlam Reveler. Okay. I guess I'll kill the Grim Lavamancer here and just pass the turn. I think the Grim Lavamancer is just annoying to deal with. And since it's just a Bedlam Reveler, I'm not so worried about this card, I guess. Maybe I should be. I don't even know how much cheaper it is right now. There's a hollow one. They just cycle a hollow one. It's kind of interesting to cycle a hollow one. Plays a mountain, and we have Bedlam Reveler. So are we going to just slam Bedlam Reveler? 4, 5, 6. Can't. All right, Surgical's kind of cool. Let's go up with Chandra. Start there. There's a Thoughtseize. Now I could just Thoughtseize the Bedlam Reveler. Let's do that. What do we think we take with the Surgical? I kind of just want to take something and see how they're beating me. What have we already used here? We've got some hollow ones here. Goblin Lords, Firebolts, Lava Darts. There's no bolt to grab yet. They've only used one lightning bolt. I'm gonna just hold the Surgical until I see like a spell that's gonna kill me. That's what I'm gonna do. Keep in mind here I'm mobile and can't see anything. Yeah, there's like a lava dart over here. I'm trying to like make them bigger at times. I could take a Bedlam Reveler so they don't top deck a new Bedlam Reveler. Oh my gosh, did they top deck a Bedlam Reveler here? Oh my gosh, it's a sinkhole. Of course, the moment I cast my Chandra, they get the sinkhole. Oh, it's over. We're playing the Lantern. We're playing the Lantern. Activate. Go. Go, Lantern, go. Tergrid's Lantern showing up here. I think I have another swamp. I recall I have 3. We could get rid of this Ox now. Oh, I don't. I'm not going to shock in. We're going to get rid of this Ox. And I'm going to see what else is going on over there. Get out of here, Ox. We're gonna rapid fire you next turn. All right, how are you beating me? Bedlam, Burning, Firebolt, Flames, Goblin Lord, Lava Dart, Light. You're beating me with lightning bolts. All right, I got you. I understand. All right, I understand now, opponent. We're about to rapid fire you with this. Good luck. You're gonna need it. Come on, Lantern. Get us there. Now this is Lantern control. Exactly, 3 activations a turn. Burning Inquiry, all right. We spin a Seasoned Pyromancer, Marsh Flats, and a Croxa. My opponent finds Lightning Bolt, Goblin Lore, and Burning Inquiry. I actually end up getting Croxa, but who wants that? Slam them. Are we Bring to Lighting and then cast the backside? What? No. Oh my gosh, there's Croxa. This is worth 3. Activate. Sacrifice something. One, two, three, 4. Untap. We're gonna make them sacrifice everything and then just blast them for infinity damage next turn. Infinity damage. Also, this gives me a chance for my elemental to attack. This is great. Take all that. Take 1 for my elemental. Look at that. Board wipe. 8 mana. But board wipe. Swing. Go ahead. You're at 8. How are we up 10 minutes on an aggro player? They are dual queuing, and I like the F6 button. Cycle's a hollow one, because why play that? That just gets killed. We can kill him with the Lantern. I don't even need Croxa. Clearly, Croxa's old school. We get the GGs. Hey, our opponent gives us the GGs. Oh, we had a cake. Oh, we were just going to ruin them. 2-2. 2-2. We have the Lantern. Tergrid, God of Fright. I like this card. This card's pretty sweet. You devoured an entire Thin Mint sleeve already? Grayus, calm down. It's like super slow Annihilator. I think the fact that you get stuck behind a bridge and you can just start rapid firing them to get rid of like pesky stuff because they don't want to lose life. And then also just starting to get rid of their hand and all of this stuff is just a great way to like finish out the game. I like it. All right, we're 2-2. My opponent's 1-1. All right, excuse me. All right, take care. Have a good night. We're going to keep this because of double Inquisition Thoughtseize kind of things with K-Command and Lightning Bolt. We'll see where this leads us. I know we mostly do Modern here, but I did manage to get to Mythic. Nice. Get into Mythic. Ooh, Island. Ooh, Island. All right, let's start with Inquisition. That's usually always correct. That's pretty sweet, D20. We have a Spell Snare, an Opt, and an Archmage Charm. I guess I take the Archmage Charm, and then I'm going to take Jace. Who cares about Spell Snare? We don't play Spell Snare. Yeah, I think it's Charm there. Charm, my opponent's going to obviously Opt. They put the card on the bottom, so they're probably looking for a land. Thoughtseize is going to get to pick Jace or whatever else they've drawn. Island played for my opponent. Play a Verdant Catacombs here. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize. Imagine Thoughtseizing with this out. Oh. All right, Spell Snare, an Archmage Charm, and a Jace. They found another charm. I could beat a Jace. I really could. Give her to here. Goodbye, charm. Pass the turn. We can bolt Jace. We have a K command for Jace. We got the Jace covered. They're just playing islands anyway. Ancestral Visions was just suspended, ladies and gentlemen. Just suspended. Unbelievable. Also, Boyle's going to be really good in this matchup. Go ahead, opponent. Tergrid all. Let's move this over here. Keep track of it over here. All right, Scalding Tarn found. We're going to do Jace things. Mystic Sanctuary to put something like Archmage Charm on top. Can't do anything about that just yet. Here comes Jace. All right, before they draw anything too crazy here, I'm kind of tempted to just do a K command. Right now to get the Spell Snare out of hand, which I think is okay to do. They'll pick up that Archmage Charm. We'll end up bolting Jace, and they're going to have Archmage and then just kind of stack the next couple cards. Let's bolt. All right, so I'm guessing Archmage Charm here. That's right, they upped, by the way. So the next card they're drawing is an Archmage Charm right here. So they have Archmage Charm in hand. 4, 5. Hear me out. They are a deck with a lot of spells. We Thoughtseize the Archmage Charm. They might counter. They might draw 2. And then we play the Lantern down. I think this is our line. Because as cool as the front part of this is, I'm only going to probably get a Planeswalker. So let's Thoughtseize away the Archmage. Let's play the Lantern. Look at this. Draw 2, probably. Yep, draw 2. All right, let's see what you got. Dang. Get out of here, Force. Get out of here. Unbelievable. Now, the extra Ancestral is going to be a problem, but we'll get to that later. Lantern. They are immediately reading this. They're blinded by its greatness. They are dazed. They have no idea what's happening. And we'll go ahead and get rid of that Visions so they don't draw more cards in the future. They decide it's worth taking damage. Fine. Sounds good to me. Maybe I'll double hit them next. Another Visions suspended. Nail them. Nail them. They like the card. We'll see how much you love that card here. Nail them. They love the card. They're down to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I can't triple them right now. They will get to draw some cards here, so we'll have to work through what they've got, but I'm assuming they're going to have some counter spells, and so this is probably okay to have here. Isn't Visions exiled while it's suspended? They suspended the other one. They had a different random card. All right, let's hit them again. They discard a card. I think this is worth going for it again. They discarded an island, by the way. Going for this again. Mana Leak. We have 2 cards remaining. I think I'm super tempted to try to put a Bone Crusher Giant into play. So let's just slam actual Bone Crusher. Boyle is looking exceptional. Bone Crusher resolves. Got the Mana Leak out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. That card's garbage here. Archmage Charm. Opponent is panicking. That's a mountain. Oh my gosh. Let's attack with Bone Crusher. I'm scared. I am so scared of what they could have. So there's 4 damage. We'll activate this at least once. Discards a Force Negation. I just make them discard again, right? If I make them discard again here, let's see here. If I go for Chandra, let's assume I go for Chandra, they have a counter, fine. Through the Breach and Emrakul not happening. If they allow Chandra to resolve, I can use the mana to untap and make them discard again. Through the Breach, Emrakul not happening. They can't sacrifice these permanents though. Don't they have Cryptic in hand? Cryptic would be kind of rough to see. I suppose if they have Cryptic, we just want to do this. You know what, Chandra? We love you. We're going to go for this, though. We love you, Chandra, but make him discard again. Another Force. Okay, Chandra would not have resolved. A Snapcaster here. And we have an Opt. Ops. All right. They put the card on the bottom with that Opt. Ancestral Visions. There has not been a Cryptic yet. Oh my gosh, they have main deck of Braid. Oh. Oh. All right, Bone Crusher first, then we'll see if we can get the Chandra. They have an Ancestral with 1 here. They obviously block. Play our land down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attempt Chandra. We will fetch, only because you can't fetch in the middle of Chandra activation. Uptick. Find the Lantern. No Lantern. All right. Opponent's got an Ancestral Visions coming off here. They're drawing 3. They're drawing 1 for the turn. Do they find the win? Long pause. They don't have Emrakul Smash. Land is played. Okay. Morningstar, thank you for the follow. Opponent returns it to us. Uptick immediately. 2 damage. Oh my gosh. The sweet irony of getting the extra 2 damage there. The answer is no. Attack. They have to make a blocker here. Or a Cryptic Command. And they concede game 1. Ooh. Blue Moon. Gotcha. All right. I guess I'll bring in some boils. I guess we'll bring in some boils. I kind of like the idea of Collective Brutality or Surgicals. I don't mind Pithing Needles as well. So I like all of these options. Come here, Pithing Needles. Come here. What do I not like? Suppose I don't particularly like the K command. I don't probably need bridges for the most part. That could be an easy 2 boils, 2 surgicals, maybe Pithing Needles first. Maybe 1 surgical, 2 Pithing Needles for like Jace. The Lantern was really good there. I'm like excited. They had a Braid even too. Imagine if they didn't. If I get a boil off, you may lose it. Let's see here. Liliana's pretty decent in this matchup, so is Chandra. They're the duo that you play against Teferi. Got Blue Moon. I think I want Dreadbores just to kill the Planeswalkers if they resolve, and actually I like Angrass as well as a way to get rid of that. Maybe I'm just bringing these 5 in. Like, there you go. That's what I want. Run more? Run more. I kind of want a 3rd one of these because it's actually a 4-drop sometimes. And actually seeing that, how that Lantern worked, I just want more. I really just want more. It's crazy value. You could play the Lantern in the following turn, play the God side, and poof, get wrecked. All right, I like this. I like what we're doing here. Let's go ahead and keep. All right, opponent's going to play first, obviously. They're like a Varos clone, by the way. Stiff, thank you for the follow. I'd love to beat Blue Moon. Blue Moon's such a hard one for Red Prison. Let's do this. Double Thoughtseize stuff. Hey, thank you for the Prime. Showing up, giving the follow, slamming down that Prime. That's what we like to see. Sorry about your ears. Welcome. Ancestral goes to the Exile Realm. All right, let's start with a Inquisition or a Thoughtseize. We'll start with Inquisition, obviously. Don't tell me you're gonna force this. They're thinking about it. They thought about it. We have a Lightning Bolt, a Mana Leak, and a Force of Negation. Let's take the Mana Leak. We'll snag that Force of Negation next. Scalding Tarn played. We found the Lantern. Oh yeah. Thoughtseize time. We'll take the Force of Negation now. And we'll put a tap land in. They do have bolts. We gotta be worried about that. Man, I'm staring at this Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm just like, do I? Do I? They have a bolt here and I'm about to get a turn 4, what, Chandra? Or do I just want a Lantern? Man, that's a tough decision. I can't believe I'm making a tough decision between Chandra, our love, and this card. Oh, well, I'm just going to play Bone Crusher Giant now. Let's go get more basics so I'm taking less damage. We'll see them fire this Lightning Bolt probably off. Opting to do Bone Crusher Giant here instead of Seasoned Pyromancer because I just... Hand is gas. Hand is gas. Here comes the bolt. It's not going upstairs. It's going downstairs. Visions is one away. Gonna get that lantern down. Do we play the lantern? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. There's too many options. I could boil here, get 2. They're about to draw a lot of cards here. Hey, Stiff, welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. All right, so my opponent could have picked up a counter spell. What we could do is wait until their upkeep and then fire this off. That way they're a bit tapped out, and then we could get the lantern down. I kind of like the boil at upkeep. Like in response to visions. At the same time, I want to be greedy with it. I'm going to do it at upkeep here. Go to straight to upkeep and we'll fire this boil off faster than anything. Hold on. And we'll just do it right now. Bam. Get boiled. What do you got? Double Stone Rain, no 5/5. Vesperlark players out there. All right, we are countering this. That's fine. Figured that could be a thing they do. They would have countered it anyway, and this way they're tapped out. Are we not going to counter this? Snapcaster. Snapcaster Bolt. I love it. Yeah, Snapcaster Bolt. Okay, so I'm at 12. I'm at 16. Visions goes off. My opponent draws some cards here. Land. All right. I could Chandra uptick Bolt Snapcaster, and then I have a Chandra active that they have to deal with. This is an exile, doesn't exist. Or I can try to get the Lantern. I like the idea of actually using Chandra here and going for this Bolt. Both of them would be a non-creature spell, so both would die to a Spell Pierce. Opponent opts, looking for Force Negation here. And does find it. I'm kind of okay with this because a top deck land, this is kind of frustrating for them to deal with too. Land has been found, attacks for 2. Okay. There's a Surgical. No Archmage Charm currently. I could Surgical check here. Surgical to force a negation. If I do that, am I taking damage so that I can play this? Or do I just pay for it and get like a Seasoned Pyromancer down? Got this Bolt. I've got to get rid of this Snapcaster here too. Am I putting too much weight into the Lantern right now? I might be. Let's Surgical a Force of Negation Pain for it through mana. And see if they want to counter this, and then I can just bolt this safely. They have a Snap and an Opt. Alright, so Snap and Opt. We have a bunch of Snapcasters, Lightning Bolts, and a Braid. So let's say okay to this. I'm going to Season Pyromancer even though we love the Lantern here, because I think we have a good chance of winning this one by playing Season Pyromancer here. We know it's Snap and Opt. They'll Opt here probably. They're kind of looking for lands and kind of looking for action, and this gives us 2 blockers. And seeing the other Snapcaster, I don't mind having the blockers because we're at 10 versus 14. Opponent finds a Remand. So now we have a Snapcaster plus something in the yard here, which is not great for us. Do we have another Snapcaster? I'm going to go with my line again here. Season Pyromancer, but now I could hold this, but I'll probably hold Bone Crusher. I have an Aether Gust. Let's top. They're tempoing us really hard here. And they bolt me. Then we have Snap Bolt. They got us. Wow. Our Boil didn't do it. This attack plus Snap Bolt. I'm trying to get the Season Pyromancer down. Maybe if I Lightning Bolt their Snapcaster, I'd be at 2. That's probably not very good either. Alright, we're going to have to win on the play. What was under? Oh yeah, there was some good stuff under. We just weren't going to get there. Ban islands. Ban them. Okay. I think we're just going to go with what we had. I think everything made sense. I think being on the draw was tough. Ancestral Visions really bought them back into the game, considering we're kind of a bit of a discard list. Definitely have the Aether Gust, and we have some black cards to play around that, so that's kind of a nice thing to blank on theirs. I don't think I want a Nile Spellbomb, honestly. I mean, maybe, instead of Surgical. I'm on the play. I could do like a Thoughtseize or a Bolt Out for it. I'm just not feeling this Nile Spellbomb, but... Alright. You know what? Instead of a Pithy Needle, I want the Thoughtseize. We'll do 1 Pithy Needle. We have a Surgical, we have a Nile Spellbomb, we have a Pithy Needle. These are just like catches just in case. Let's play first. Can we even keep this hand? 2 lands and all the top end here. No discard. Probably have to mulligan this. We can do better. All right, we'll keep a triple Thoughtseize hand. We'll ditch the Angraths here and top end out into a Boil, right? That seems hilarious. We'll play the Pathway first here, and we'll start with Inquisition. Alright, we have a Spell Pierce, a Remand, a Mana Leak, and a Force of Negation. My opponent's got literally everything. So I think we'll take Spell Pierce here, and then we'll look to take, hopefully, maybe Remand, Force of Negation with our Thoughtseizes. We're taking the Spell Pierce so that I get to fire these both off. I'm expecting Scalding Tarn to be played first. All right, start with Thoughtseize. Let's see what else they've picked up here. We have double Remand now. And I picked up a Liliana of my own. So they're going to get to Remand me twice. So I guess I take Force here, Fetch Shock, because I need a little bit of red. And Thoughtseize again here. And we'll take the Mana Leak. So they've got a couple tempo plays here. We'll see if that's a problem for us. All right, we'll start with tempo play number 1. We'll go ahead and play Liliana. I'm expecting them to remand this. So we're firing this off even though we probably wouldn't uptick with a boil. Okay, so 1 remand's done. Remand Lightning Bolt and some unknowns. Find a Steam Vents and we're shocking in. Let's go ahead and do this again. Let's see what they do here. Remand number 2. Snapcaster Spell Pierce. All right. 90s MTG rating. Welcome, 90s folks. We are from the future. How are the 90s? Spell Pierce was pretty good. Snapcaster was a good draw for them. We're from the future. Don't worry. Everything will be okay. I don't want to make this so obvious here. Let's go ahead and sacrifice a creature. And then I'll put Blood Crypt sideways, not make it so obvious I have a boil. Hey, Arnold. Oh my gosh. All right, we'll shock in now and do this. Because I'm going to take 2 anyway. See if I can get this Snapcaster off. There's the remand out. There we go. Cleared. All right, we're at 9 with a bolt in my opponent's hands. Not the best place to be. Ah, real monsters. Angry Beavers. All right, we have a boil. We'll kind of see what's happening for my opponent here. Yes, 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 yes. Blast them. No force, please. No force, no force, no force, no force. Ooh. The problem is it's a mountain, and they're about to hit me for 3. Name the lightning bolt. Ow, my heart. They did it. They beat us. We go 2-3. 2-3. I think we're going to run this one again. This is fun. 2-3 with Tergrid's God of Fright. Rakdos Prison. What were all-stars? Both sides of this, absolute all-stars. Great card. Very impressed so far. Chandra, honestly, I might run 3-3 in league number 2. Liliana did fine. Angrass Rampage was actually relatively powerful for a lot of the games. I think our sideboard is what needs some help here. We need to look at our sideboard and decide how and what it is that we're struggling with. And if we can decide what we're struggling against, I think we shore up those matchups and we'll be good. There you go. Pretty sweet stuff. Nice list. I think we'll run it again.